Thank you for visiting the channel. Today we are visiting the childhood homes of Stan Lee, Rita Moreno, and Sonia Sotomayor, 3 Bronx legends. So now we know that on 1720 University Avenue is the home of Stan Lee. And he even gives a description how he lived on the 3rd floor to the back side. Now, everybody knows that rent varies. All right, from the 1st floor to the last, from the front to the back, it's all different rates set for the apartment. And you know, when you're more on the poor side, you know, you get the less fortunate apartments, like the ones to the back or the ones all the way in the top. You know, which now it's a luxury having an apartment all the way in the top, especially penthouses, which are the most expensive unit in the building. Here we have not the birthplace, but the residence where Stan Lee grew up as a kid in the 50s and 60s. Now, he was born in Manhattan, as everybody was. At the time, they didn't have the Lincoln Hospital, so everybody was pretty much in Harlem giving birth. I could pretty much envision Stan Lee blowing through as a kid. By the way, that Brent place over there in the corner, all right, and it's officially known now as Stan Lee Way, which is on 168 and University Avenue. The heart of the spirit is really in the subculture that is residing in the area at the time. So things change, things fluctuate from time to time, give or take every 20, 30, 40 years. Amazing hood. All right, y'all, let's get to our next spot. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, so we're gonna see Rita Moreno's, her childhood Bronx home, all right? So lately I've been taking this interest in these Bronx celebrities, or these Bronx rooted celebrities, and I just go straight to their memoirs. Now, her memoir said that she lived between Mohegan, which is there, and Crotona Parkway, which is here. Now, there is a couple of betweeners in a couple of blocks up ahead, but she specifically said she was across the street from the Bronx Zoo. Hey, in the Bronx, whenever you live across the street or near the Bronx Zoo, it's a win-win, you know what I mean? Now, she was a kid when she first got here. Obviously sparked some interest in the arts, moved away and became who she is, but this channel is about those roots, and it's not only about the celebrity, but it's also about exploring the area. Now, if you ask me what's so damn special about Rita Moreno, and I'll be like, golly, not only is she an EGOT, for those of you who know what an EGOT is, all right, that's an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. Yeah, she got all these awards and stuff, you know, but what I think she's legendary for is for bodying Elvis Presley and Marlon Brando. Yes, she bodied the noodles. She got them both entangled up in some stuff, you know? Marlon Brando buttered that biscuit. And last but not least, we have the iconic Sonia Sotomayor, which came up from these projects, formerly known as the Rosedale houses. Now, you might think that the Bronx got no respect for the highest person holding court, but that couldn't be more further from the truth, because her face is stapled all over these communities, man. And when I mean that, when somebody takes their time out to make murals about you, you are definitely something special. So this is the iconic building where Sonia Sotomayor was raised in. Each of these housing projects consists of 7 floors. It seems like she lived in the same exact location where Disco King Mario used to throw his jams. Now, what was legendary about Disco King Mario is that he pretty much invented the block parties. Let me tell you what I mean. Before Disco King, alright, the block party just consisted of a radio and everybody crowding around. Disco King Mario was the first one to bring actual equipment, club equipment, outside. Now, the reason he was able to pull this off next to the project was because he was a black spade. And the black spade granted him security. Before him, nobody seen club level, big level ballroom equipment out here, especially with no electricity. So what they had to do was plug it to the poles. But yeah, this was the famous park right here that started hip-hop. African Bambaataa started as an assistant to Disco King Mario. Alright, Kool Herc saw what he was doing. Even though Kool Herc was doing his own thing, he was doing the indoor club parties. Alright, Disco King brought it outside. He brought everything outside. Crates, woofers, tweeters, you name it. But getting back to Sonia Sotomayor, man, she ended up being the Supreme Court Justice. Alright, even though she lived here for a while before she shot out to Princeton and became, you know, prominent in law. But she also came from where I was raised, which was Kelly Street, over there by Southern Boulevard. And what's iconic about that is that Colin Powell came from the same block. I mean, what are the odds that one of our generals and one of our top highest laws enforcers, or makers rather, come from the same neighborhood? She's very legendary for that. The Rosedale projects, which now is called Sonia Sotomayor, the Sotomayor houses rather, it was changed eventually. Out of these projects came the Black Spades. The Black Spades were formed here, and this is one of their earliest stomping grounds, which now reaching levels worldwide. So yeah, Sonia Sotomayor came from a real iconic neighborhood, you know, and she was fortunate enough to make it out, go to Princeton, do what she did to become a lawyer, then a judge, and eventually the Supreme Court Justice. So there we have it, folks. I just took you to the childhood homes of Stan Lee, Rita Moreno, and Sonia Sotomayor. 3 Bronx Alumni legends.